Right, folks, good evening. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Welcome back to VP4TV. I'm just going to tab out for a second because you might have caught that PM coming in from Steve. He's going to join us. I'm going to tab out and boot up Discord. Just a sec. I don't boot up Discord unless I know that Steve's coming or anybody else is coming in because it's just one more extra resource. Well, we're here tonight for a big round 4 match. It's the UK versus Japan. It's MC_Clarkey against Acero. And it goes at the top of the hour in about 3 minutes' time. Acero has arrived early. I wonder if he set his alarm because I would like to think he'd been to bed and he's set his alarm to get up because it's 3 a.m. in the morning his time, which is crazy. Let me just find my channel. And I think I'm going through loud and clear. Good afternoon, good evening to Steve.
Yep. Good afternoon.
Well, I'm going to sum this up in a sentence. If Matt plays the way he played in his last match, he won't win this. If Acero plays to the level he played in his match that we witnessed the other day, he's going to win this. No problem. He was absolutely superb. I can't fault the guy. He was brilliant. And the only thing I was mentioning there is the fact that it's now 3 a.m. in the morning for the poor guy playing this match tonight. The other 2 matches he's played, the first 2 matches he played were played in the afternoon my time, which is obviously later at night, about 10 at night his time, which is probably more suitable. So he's at a disadvantage today. But let's see if that confidence is built from those 2 scalps that he's taken, Bedhead and Cobra, I think it was.
Well, I saw the comments in the last match you played. Who was Acero's last match? Spectre Dawn? I think he played Spectre Dawn.
Yeah.
And I saw the comments in the chat. I mean, I wasn't in the stream with you, but I saw the comments in the chat about how surprised everybody was that he beat Spectre Dawn. And, that kind of struck me because Acero's a good player. And I think the thing about Acero that people are shortchanging him on is that he plays really smart. And that's a huge thing. Like, why does everybody always lose to Spectre Dawn? Well, if you watch how Acero plays him, and you get a better idea. Well, this is how you beat a guy. So maybe you think Spectre Dawn's better than you. The way you beat that better player is you play really smart.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take chances you shouldn't. You
play
good safeties, and see, Acero plays good safeties. Acero knows how to play. He's a good pool player, and I'm sure he plays in real life. I've beaten tons of good players, and have I beat them by playing great? Yeah. I mean, I've beat pros by just playing lights out and not missing a ball. Okay, but that's not most of the matches I've won against those guys. Most of the matches I've won against those guys is by playing smart. It's like, okay, well, this is tough. I'm going to play safe. I'm not going to take a chance. And Spectre Dawn is vulnerable in those kind of games because, he doesn't move that great. So,
yeah, well, the thing is, Steve, we were all waiting on Acero sort of coming apart at some point in the match. And the biggest test to that was the fact that Acero had a 14-8 lead. Or what was it? It was, it was 14-8 in front. And the next 6 racks all went to Spectre Dawn. And then I asked a question before it came. I said, look, how's Acero going to react if Spectre Dawn gets right back in it? Well, he just didn't blink. When the opportunity came, because I said, if the opportunity comes to him to win the match, is he going to be good enough to win the match? And he never flinched. It was a great performance. And if he's on that level tonight, he's going to win this. I think his consistency, his shot selection, everything was good. yes, there was the odd 1 or 2 errors, but that's the best I've ever seen him playing in one of these tournaments. And he's well capable of winning this. It's all a question of whether he believes that. And the fact that he's already won a championship, he should have no doubt that he's got these guys scared. Well, there's the first mistake.
We've also seen him dog it in straight pull. We saw him have a lot of trouble that one year where he should have won the match and he didn't. But that's kind of going to go in the memory banks experience-wise, and maybe now he's just dogging it less. I think he'll play a little carom here. It's pretty easy.
Well, welcome everybody.
He's going to play safe. Now, nothing wrong with this, but you need to get the hook here because I think the ball will be exposed if he doesn't get him. He needs to get behind that 9 ball.
Well, it looks reasonable.
And he didn't get it. But the ball is not exposed. This is. Well,
this is a scratch.
No, I would roll another ball up on top of it. I'd roll a 6 up on top of it, or 6 into the 5 and kind of get them both going over there because. Well, that's amazing that he even shot that. That's a crazy shot to shoot at. And, he came out okay.
Good evening to Bedhead.
The shot you play here is you play into the 2 and hit the 2 by the 4 and put the cue ball on the 4, but you don't hit it hard like that. That's a shot you hit real easy.
Welcome to Wit. There must be other people out there. We're showing 10 in the chat at the moment.
Well, so Bedhead's saying Acero doesn't play very good safeties, or that he doesn't play a lot of them.
Well, I think that's the natural embedded thing about 9-ball players anyway. They're out to when they're at the table, they want to pot everything. They don't want to give the table up.
Great shot there. No love. Well, maybe you can see it. Well, the thing about the game is that
I don't know you can get the potting edge of this for. I'm not sure of that though.
If you play real aggressively and you're successful, but this is an easy safety. This is a very easy safety. You got to decide whether you want to use the 5 or the 6. It's a little tricky. You got to get the 4 by the 5 ball. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. That's not a good play.
Yeah, the 6 and 5 should come into play here. If he gets the feather edge and gets the cue ball moving.
It's an advantage to be super aggressive if you can execute. If you're super aggressive and you don't execute, well, I mean, it's always better to take the shot if you're making it and get in position.
Oh, by the way, have you found Stubb yet?
Oh, did he quit the last one?
Yes. Yeah. You can go and check the bracket. You'll see he forfeited.
What he's up to. I think the last one I find him $3,000. He might be 4,000 this time. Oh. Well, he's going to get locked up right here. The cue ball's going right in between that 5 and 6.
But he's got to get. He's got to get to a rail, which he has done.
That's a horrible shot, though. I mean,
well, what's horrible about it? He's not going to jump this.
It wasn't good touch. I mean, he should have had him locked in between those two. It should have dinked and just slid over. He hit it really hard and he drew it too much. And
the bad thing about it is the line's there to spin this and get the 4.
It's a touch shot. He should have been able to run it up real close. Maybe not frozen on him, but real close in that little pocket.
You didn't get it. So Acero's won the safety battle there.
I'll put it to you this way, Hugh. If you were watching a pro in real life, that cue ball would be nestled right in between the 5 and 6.
Oh, yeah. Well, give them the benefit of the doubt. It's the first rack. Got to find their feet.
Yeah, and it's looking like Acero's going to win the first rack. I mean, the safety worked. I mean, he got ball in hand. So, Hugh, right now I'm eating a beignet. You know what beignets are?
No.
It's basically the French version of donuts. They're really good.
I have a question for you, Steve. You remember the Lucky Q in VP3?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the Lucky Q of the pool room.
No, the Lucky Q. You remember?
I knew a pool room called the Lucky Q.
Well, the Lucky Q is listed in the players in VP4. He came to VP4 very early on, but he disappeared and we never saw him again. But he was in VP3 for years and years. His father was in it before him. His father's name in VP3 was Potog. His name was the Lucky Q or Lucky Charm. He changed his name once. I had a premonition the other day, or was it just sheer coincidence? He was into photography, and I decided to find out if his website was still up. His website was not still up, and I then typed in his name and typed in Oklahoma after it, and it brought up an obituary on a website. He passed away on May the 5th.
Oh, wow.
Nobody would have known that.
Did you see that safety Acero just played? That was a good safety.
That wasn't, though. He got the hit, but he didn't get it to the short rail.
You know, the attempt to kick safe was reasonable, but he didn't get safe. Let's see what he decides to do here. He's dragging this. He's going to hit the 5 ball if he drags this too much. Maybe he's just trying to take speed off it. Oh, yeah. He turned it over. He was just taking speed off.
That was a lovely little draggy kill shot. And I think he's still on the 2 as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think people are underestimating this Acero guy. Now,
I've never underestimated him. I've known he's a good player. The problem is he's never been good at the right time. That's the problem. I've seen him too often in these big tournaments, particularly 9 ball, where he just sort of disappears and that's him gone.
Well, he won a World Straight Pool Championship.
Yes, but this is the game he's been in most over the years in VP. That's going to fluke, is it? It certainly is.
How about that?
He'll take that.
I'm not saying, he's playing at the level of Cobra or Albin yet, but he's got the potential to be there. He does a lot of good things. I'm pretty sure this guy plays in real life, based on how he plays.
No, this is tricky.
This is not that tricky. I mean,
it's tricky to me. I'm judging it by how tricky it is to me, Steve. It's tricky.
This shot should be a gimme. You should almost never miss it. Now, why is he shooting in the corner? Oh, I would have shot that in the side every time.
Well, there you go. That's a bad sign. That is a bad sign because I don't think I would have played it as bad as that, even with my eyes. That was a terrible cut.
This ball is very close to the rail. That's literally frozen.
Yeah, that's what happens when you either get that or you don't get it. That's the way they are. There's no in between. Now, the banks are open, I think. Oh, yeah, he's got to go for this. Oh, it's going to hit. Oh, I thought it was going to just hit the point and come out, but he's been reprieved again.
And it's 2-0. But the thing is, if you're Matt, you're not too worried because Matt's getting to the table, every single rack. And I've always said is that if I got to the table every rack, whoever I was playing had no chance to beat me. I always felt like if I'm getting to the table, they can't win. And Matt is getting to the table every rack, so he should feel real good about it, even though he's down.
He ain't getting to the table this rack, Steve. This is 3-0.
Yeah, well, it's not looking that good at this point, no. That's
Bedhead likes the bedhead cut into the side. The side was fine. No, I would have probably played it up top, but I wouldn't have missed it as badly as Acero did.
Now
this is tightish.
Well, that's a big mistake there. He should have for sure got it all the way over the rail. Because
now, it's okay though.
Well, I'd hit
2
this
rails.
hard.
2 rails.
Yeah, that's what he needs to
do.
But he shouldn't have to shoot that shot. He should have the cue ball over close to the other long rail.
This needs to run. Now, this is the testy one. Does he bank it? Does he cut it?
No, you cut it with bottom left every time here.
No, he's cutting it.
And it's a mistake to hit this heavy. Yeah, he hit it good.
I doubt.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing some stuff that doesn't make me feel like he's, you know, going to win this tournament. Just some of the choices he's making with the cue ball.
Well, I would say that I would have you on 50-50 odds to actually have cut that into the side.
Yeah, well, I don't know about VP, but in real life, that's a hanger. I mean, I can cut balls on the side that are way tighter than that and way tighter pockets.
There's an opportunity now for Matt with ball in hand from the scratch. Now, I think the 6 is easily accessible.
Yeah, Matt needs this. He needs to get going. He don't want to get too far behind.
Well, this is the thing I keep repeating, and I'll repeat it again. When you're at this level in the tournament and you're in the 4th round and you get any opportunity with a table where the balls are all there, you must get out. There's no half measures. You must do it. If you don't do it, it's not good for your odds in winning the match.
Yeah. Well,
so he's got to get out.
Really, in real life, the definition of a good player, like the definition of an A player in real life, is they're going to get out in this wreck. I know an A player in VP isn't as good as what I consider A player in real life, but an A player in real life is going to get out on most of these easy tables.
I mean, you would find it as a high level player very difficult to do something really stupid that you can't get out. I mean, their cue ball is so good. It's highly unlikely they're going to get any kind of disaster.
That was a really smart shot there, because he was going to have to hit the 7. He hits that too hard and he scratches. He played that very well.
Now he can either... Well, I would still stun this a wee bit. I mean, he could do all sorts. He could run forward, come back into the table. He could do whatever he feels he's comfortable with. He's going to run forward. No, he isn't. Played it in the side. I still wouldn't have played it in the side.
All right, so Matt's on the board, and he's breaking. The break, the break's big in this thing. You break well, it makes a huge difference. Although we have seen some guys break well and not win the match.
Dry, and look at what Acero's been left wide open table.
Yep.
And 4 is up by the 9, but it's off the rail and it's accessible again. So the shot to win this is from the 3 to the 4, and he might just leave the bedhead cutting the 4 when he plays this 3. I don't think he should risk.
Why not? Well, that's not a good position. He would have liked to just have the 3 and stop it.
Yeah.
The bedhead's good, cut's good because it's automatic position on the 5.
Yeah. Exactly. It's where you don't have to do anything. The cue ball's going to do its thing for you. And,
I can't believe you. Oh, and he's short here.
Yeah.
He's making it tough. I can't believe you got me calling it the bedhead cut now. I'm going to be down to the pool room and I'm going to go, it's a bedhead cut. And people are going to look at me like,
are going to go, what the hell's that?
Well, that was a lucky
bump. Andy's had a bump in the side pocket with a 7, and that's perfect.
I mean, when you leave that kind of thin cut angle, it's very hard to get that line with a cue ball, and you end up doing stuff. Now, this shot, he's got to hit good.
Yeah, got to get into it.
Oh, he went forward. I like it.
Perfect.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Perfect.
Now, most people wouldn't have gone forward there. He hit that that was just a wonderful shot. That's the thing about acero. He does so many good things.
I just think he's building in confidence. I think he's stroking the ball. I mean, yes, he's not going to be perfect all the time. Yes, he's going to do it the way he does it, and we might not agree with it, but the end result is what the scoreboard says. That's all that matters.
Well, he likes the way he's hitting the ball. He's hitting the ball with confidence. He's not afraid to let the stroke out. But I will be critical of, cue ball movement that's not good, or patterns that aren't good, and because the
Right.
bottom line with all these guys is they're all trying to get better and win this thing. So I can always tell them, "Oh, you're wonderful and this and that," but that's not going to make them better. If acero goes back and watch the stream and I say, "Well, you should have done this or that," then maybe he has a chance to learn something and get better. Because honestly, he's not as good as Cobra and Alvin right now, but he could be.
Well, maybe you could give him all the advice you can, Steve, but he's Japanese and he probably doesn't understand you.
We need to auto-translate.
Mind you, the Japanese, I mean...
Actually, this is on YouTube. YouTube will translate it.
Yeah, that's true. Not very well, though. It has to be said. It's not the best translator in the world, I have to admit. I watch a lot of Russian guys on YouTube, and the English translation is bloody awful.
See, that's the kind of shot I'm talking about. That's
a good one.
That's where I would disagree with Joel about him and Spectre Don playing the same style. Spectre Don is not going to hit that shot. Not that he wouldn't necessarily want to, but I don't think he knows how to shoot that kind of real touch shot like that for a safety. I mean, that was a beautiful shot. That shot's not that easy, really. I mean, you got to have a good touch to put the cue ball right there.
He's going to struggle to get anywhere near this, I'll tell you.
Oh, he hit the tip.
Yeah.
That's just because the tip jacked up, the cue ball curved enough it caught the tip.
So acero's already plotting his route out. So 1 to 2, not a problem. 2 to 3, not a problem, as long as he's got the angle. Now, he might come up and bump the 7, depending on the angle he has in the 3. But bumping the 7 wouldn't do any harm.
Yeah, Matt's biggest issue this match is that when he had chances when acero was making a lot of mistakes in the first rack or two, Matt didn't take advantage of it. Now acero's starting to feel comfortable and getting rolling. And
well, he's going to have to avoid the 9.
Oh no, you come off the 9.
Can he come off the 9? Let's have a look.
I would come off the 9 here.
He might get a double kiss here.
He may be able to avoid it, but I would just play to come off it. It's a little tight.
Oh, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Look at that nice little kiss.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, it's perfect. I mean, it wasn't planned really, but he wasn't really 100% certain it was going to end up like that. But
it says acero's aggressive. Well, aggressive's good as long as you execute. But it's when you do play safe to be able to play good ones like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with aggressive. You just got to execute the shot. That's aggressive and executing well is better than playing safe a lot.
Stun across, little draw. Well, just a little soft draw stun. Perfect.
I think I saw Hairpig make a comment in that other stream about something about aggressive's always better than safety when the safety's hard or something, and he's right. You got a 50-50 ball where it's 50% safety, 50% shot. You're going to shoot the shot.
I think he also said that the best safety is running out.
Well, I mean, it is really good to be aggressive, but you have to execute. You say I'm going to shoot at this, and you do, and you miss, and it costs you 3 or 4 games, and that's not good.
You've got to weigh up the odds on the shot. If you think the shot's asking too much of you and there's an easier safety on, then I'm all for the safety. I mean, that's just the snooker brain kicking in.
Well, the thinking is, what play gives me the best chance to win this game? That's the way you should be thinking. Because sometimes you got to shoot hard shots or hard safety. Sometimes that's just the way it is.
Yeah, he's a bit straight in that 3, so straight 4. Now, is he just going to roll through and roll the 5 into the side? Because that'll just take him up to the 7. I don't see any major noise. Stunning. I might have just rolled through because now he's going to have to get this moving a bit.
He needed to stun and go forward, but this is a good angle to go around. A little bit of right English here, which is what he's doing. So he's going to go around the corner and come down. You got to watch out for the scratch if you overturn it. Oh, he's
missed the 5. Yeah, and that's just I don't know that. I mean, I didn't go around and look at the line that he had, but to me, the easier shot would have been just to roll through and roll the 5 into the side.
It was a little funny, he's trying he's trying to make a positive shot and not take any chances with, not hitting a cue ball quite right. You get the ball on the wrong side of the pocket and all of a sudden it's no good where the cue ball goes. I don't think that was a problem. He didn't hit it that great, but he was still okay until he dogged the ball. I mean, that's not a ball I figure you should miss.
Well, Matt needs to get a little roll on here if he can early on. He needs to be staying in touch.
The thing about pull is you're going to get out of line. Okay. When I say, oh, well, that's a horrible shot because he didn't get the cue ball across this other rail, it's because it was really easy to do that. And you should always go to that rail and maybe off it to make sure you get to the rail. But there's a lot of times where you're not going to get a good angle on things because that's the hardest part of pull is controlling the cue ball speed.
Well, 2 and 6 have gone, but one's dead.
Yeah, no
That's
joy here. So I would put this on the 8 ball. You thin this on the right side and you go 3 rails right behind that 8 ball. The 1 ball is going to go onto the end rail. But I would play this 4 rails. That's just the best way to play it. And
what's the 4?
Well,
what's the 4? Oh, we might get a second prize here. Yeah.
Well, that's a fluke. Yeah, he didn't quite get it around enough and caught the 4, but he came out good. Now this ball is kickable in.
Yeah, it could go in.
I don't know if I hit it that easy.
Effort. Oh, that's unlucky. He just pushed it to the rail too soon. Well, Matt should have him in trouble again here.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could even potentially shoot this and play a 2-way, although the position on the 3 is a little funny. And shoot the bank and try to get on the 3. I think he'll just.
I think if he plays the cut, the cue ball's going to be running wide into the open. He's got to have a shot in the 3. He can't not have a shot in the 3. No, he's tried to play the cut into that corner. I thought he would have cut across.
I would have played safe there. I mean, he had a pretty easy shot to lock him on a 3 ball.
Well, he's going to regret that. I don't like that choice.
Yeah, so that's a choice where the shot to lock him on the 3 ball is probably. At least 4 out of 5, probably 9 out of 10, he's going to get the hook. And probably 3 or 4 out of 5, he's going to get him locked pretty good against it. Instead, he shoots a cut that obviously wasn't that easy. I mean, he didn't make it.
That 5 ball's not pretty. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but, he's in a good position here to draw across in between the 5 and 9 and shoot it up in the corner.
Yeah, watch the 9. I think he's fine.
Yep. That's perfect.
Not even hampered by the 9.
Because now you can bring the cue ball off the rail too. I mean, it's always better not to be on the rail. And I would have hit that harder, but he's fine. I mean, a VP, it's not as critical to be off the rail as it is in real life. So let's see how he shoots this. Is he going to dink it? Is he going to go forward 3 rails? He looks like forward 3 rails. Yep.
Are you talking about that cut that Matt played, Bedhead? Because I would have cut that to the other pocket and just let the cue ball run up top. I'm bound to be on the 3.
If Bedhead says he wouldn't shoot it, you know how hard it was. Yeah, I just, the safety was so easy.
The safety was easy, but if you were going to play the aggressive shot, I don't think the cut across to the other pocket was that difficult. You were guaranteed the 3 ball.
But it was, the position and stuff still, it doesn't do any good to make it and not get good position or hook yourself. So,
well, I would stay away from the 6 ball here if I was acero. I mean, don't like the line this cue ball's going. He's made sure of that. He's going to land on top of it, is he? Whoa, nudge.
Oh,
there
nice
you go.
Nudge.
Perfect again.
The thing is, it's situations like that where it's so obvious. It's not like, it's 57 43 or percentage wise. It's like it's like 90% and 10%. It's like, why would you ever choose that? That's what gets me is I don't understand. I mean, is it pressure? Maybe. I mean, I've done stupid, goofy things under pressure. I mean, it can do that to people. I don't understand it when it's that one-sided between the safety and the shot.
Yeah. Welcome to Miasma. Welcome to Wit. Welcome to Albie.
Oh, yeah. I knew he was shooting that shot.
Yeah, I knew the 4-ball would be dodgy.
Through rails, and well, that definitely makes the pocketing the ball harder when you're putting that kind of English on it. Back cut with inside English.
These are all going to be accepted gratefully by Matt.
Yeah, and Matt needs this. You know, he needs to stay close.
Well, we've seen that, you know, Spectre Don got on a roll, got 6. That he needed, you know, he got that run at the time to stay in the match, basically. And then it was anybody's match at that point at 14 apiece.
That's what you need to do. And the thing about acero is he does not strike me as the kind of person that's just going to lock you down. And if you're playing him, then, you know, you've got to feel pretty good that, like, you're going to get to the table some. I mean, you're playing somebody that can lock you down and you're not going to get more than a couple chances in the next 10 games or something, then that's way tougher. Acero's going to give you some chances. We've already seen that he's not going to play super clean.
Is Albie the champion of this thing? Because I can't remember. I don't remember what happened last week, let alone who won it last year.
The last 9-ball?
I presume Albie did. Albie's playing the dummy. He's playing the dummy like he doesn't know. Of course,
if Cobra's in the stream, he's already like, "What you talking about?" Because he might have won it. Okay,
right.
What's going on here?
The gap is 3, and there's nothing doing for Matt in the break. And again, look at the table, wide open. They're all there. Pick your way out. And this is a given. You have to be getting this. I mean, it sounds so silly, keep saying this, but these tables, I mean, there's nothing difficult about this table for players at this level. They simply must get out. And if they're not getting out, they're doing something wrong. It's the cue ball. And again, he's got one of these. This is dodgy. I mean, this is a toughie. Got to get that cue ball moving in between the 7 and... Oh, no, he's played the draw. That's even better. I mean, that's confidence. I mean, if that was me, I'd be chickening out and running it rather than playing the right control shot that he just played there. I don't have that confidence. But again, you put that down to table time as well, and probably execution or lacking in the execution in my part. 7 goes past the 8. Cue ball can go around the table, couple of rails, maybe 3 rails. And this is simply what you have to be doing every opportunity. It's always sounding like a broken record, but that's how you win these things.
Acero's one of these guys that he's going to run out these easy racks. I mean, that's almost a given. I mean, once in a while he may screw up, but he's going to run out most of these easy racks.
Oh, that's terrible, Bet. I've just read that. Albie's either modest or senile. Modest that he didn't want to say that he was the current champion, or senile in the fact that he can't remember whether he won it last year himself.
Yeah, Albenario won it last year.
Right, so dry break for acero and a combo to start with, and a 6-ball that you should get to because of where the 5-ball is. You should find a way to get to the 6-ball.
Yeah, this is a pretty good table. I would think he's going to get out here.
Even if it's a case of going around the corner and playing the 6 into the side, or playing it down into this bottom left-hand corner pocket. There's 2 ways that 6-ball will go. But again, the other way it would go is if you got into the table and left itself, you know, sort of there, you can play it in the corner that side. So he's got 3 choices.
That 6-ball, that 6-ball is not a problem. I mean, actually, I thought the shot to get the rack was from the 1-ball, just getting good position on the 2, and he did that.
just remember those words that Steve uttered there. He said the 6 ball's not a problem. Let's see how big a problem it's going to be. Is he going to play it? Well, I think he's too straight for a start. He might just dink back and play it into that other corner that I mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, he's not overdone it. And he's got a little angle just to nick it. Now, does he nick it to play it in the side or play it long? He's playing it long.
Yeah, Matt's starting to look like he's getting in a better rhythm here, because all of a sudden his pace of play has picked up a little. Of course,
yeah, the thing as well is what Acero's not got, not really get much say over is how the end result is in the break, and this just came from a dry break, so that that's the thing that makes or break your run. You can be going along all nicely and potting everything you're seeing, but when you get that break and it comes up dry and your opponent does this, you're absolutely nothing you can do about it. Acero's not done anything wrong other than not bought a ball. Yeah, well, and these are what Matt needs.
And that's a nice break there. He's going to get a shot on the 2.
Oh, no. Well,
he does. This isn't too bad. I mean,
now, do you have to nick this with a little tad of right English to miss the 8 and drop over?
Yeah, and I think he can come back and miss the 6. This is a little tricky.
Well, he's hit the 8.
Well, but he made the ball, and that's the important thing. Hitting the 8 wasn't going to be fatal, although...
Well, he might be nudging the 4 in.
He could shoot the 4. He could play safe here. He could cut the 3 on the other side, which I don't really like. The problem with cutting the 3 into the 4 is that I think it's going to be hard to get position on the 4 unless you can get the 3 ball to sit in front of the pocket, which... Yeah,
this 3 could run away behind the 8. It could end up going down the rail.
Yeah. I'd be tempted to... Well, it's a kind of a tricky safe, too. Okay, so he's playing like... Well, it's a good thing you missed that, because if he would have made the 4, I don't think he would have had a shot. But that was not a bad shot. He kind of got out of a funny position.
Well, he can thin this and go all out for the cut, believe it or not. I don't know whether he'll scratch. If he hits it thin enough, he might not scratch.
You're talking crazy.
This is a crazy shot.
No, you're talking crazy.
Well, I think maybe that would have been better than that, though.
Yeah, that's no good at all. I mean, it was a tough situation, but that's
right.
That's like giving a ball in hand.
5 ball doesn't go into the side, really. Well, let's just decide it doesn't, right? So into the table for the 5 ball, sort of there, and where the 4 ball is handy for that. So where the cue ball is right now, I think he can get away with that. If he just brings the cue ball back out to there, he can cut that 5. He's left it a wee bit shorter, but that gives him more room to cut it. Now, is he going to come back and bump that 9? I don't think he wants to go anywhere near that if he can help it. Well, he has done, and it's held him for the 6. That'll work. And this is what Matt needs. He needs to just ease the situation and reel in those racks. And this will bring him back to 2. Albie says, I'd put Matt as favourite, but Acero keeps beating people this tournament. Well, I go back to what I said at the beginning. If Matt plays the way he played in his last match, he ain't going to win this match. Acero's going to win it all day if he keeps up the level that he's been playing.
Right now, it's a pretty close match, but we got a long ways to go. Another good
2
break.
On the side.
Oh,
1 needs to bounce.
Much love. It's good enough. He can shoot that.
So 1 and 7 have gone.
The question is he going to drag this around, try to go 2 rails? Probably not. Probably just going to put a touch inside and roll straight down. That's an easier shot. It'll hold a little. Yep, that's what he's doing. And I would think he's going to get out here.
No.
This is a pretty good table.
Is he
He's
going to
just gonna-
use that 8 to go forward to
No,
the
no,
left and then
no,
play the
no,
cutter? Is he
no,
avoiding at all
no,
costs?
no. He's just going to draw this across and shoot the 4 up table.
Yeah. He's a wee
So,
bit. He's going to have to push this through a bit.
Well, this is a little funny angle. You can shoot it in the side, but I don't think he will. You got to make sure you get to the rail before the side pocket, and he did not. See, maybe he was planning on doing this, which is risky. I would have hit it hard and forced the cue ball to the side rail before the side pocket. I don't like taking chances with the cue ball like that. That's all good now.
Oh. He jacked up there to get the stun, but the pace let it go into the pocket. Any harder than that, I could have stayed out. But we do have a match on now. Crisis over for the time being.
Yeah, so Matt settled down, and things are also going his way. He's been breaking very well. I kind of expect him to make balls because he's
3 and 1 either side.
I mean, every time he's making a bunch of balls. And look at this table. I mean, he doesn't have the most wonderful shot on the 2. So now you got to make a decision. The safety's pretty good.
All out for the cut. All out for the cut.
Well, I think
back up and down.
That looks like what he's going to do.
Bumps the 4. Is he going to be good?
Is he going to get lucky? Yeah, you didn't really want to bump that 4 ball. Right. But he does have a pretty good kick and stick here. So you would hit this with top, okay? Because you want it'll leave backspin on the ball at this angle coming into the 4. You'd hit this with top and try to hit the 4 really square. And you get the cue ball just to stick there because the top will be back after it hits the rail. You'd be draw spin. Now he's hitting this with draw, which you can do it that way, but I don't like that as much in this angle. And he didn't hit it square. See, draw is what you always got to use when you get a shallower angle. Oh. As you get steeper, if the object ball is close to the rail, then top becomes a better choice.
Oh, that's the obvious end result there, wasn't it?
Yeah. But look how he hit it. I mean, he's got this thing locked. That's the way you play safe.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
That's so cut off the rail.
This makes a very difficult hit because he's got to shoot away from the 6 ball a little.
Yeah.
I mean,
he can't use the rail. You can't use the angle off the rail. Anything he has to do in that really has to juice it up with spin. He's not getting to the 4. And that's what the advantage of getting that cue ball nailed to the object ball. As soon as you leave that gap, you leave the opponent options, but that's a good hit in terms of hitting it, but it's not going to be a good result.
Well, but the thing is, even so, where the 5 is, it just makes this a little tougher. Unfortunately, it's a little straight, so you should be able to roll down. But, you give yourself at least a chance to make it a little tougher for the guy to get on the next ball when you at least hit it.
Well, speak of the devil, and he shows up. There's Cobra arrived. Good evening.
Well, and there's a miss from acero.
Well, there's a mistake. You can't be doing those.
Well, that's a shot I see a lot of people in VP miss. And honestly, in real life, that shot is a little tricky. That cut across the table like that, or the object ball is close to one pocket, but you're cutting it to the other. That's a shot I practice in real life because visually it's a tricky shot.
Yeah, those mistakes again. In acero's defence, they could be creeping in because it's so early in the morning his time. Never a good time to be playing pool, whether it's real life or not. 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's a great time.
Oh, hang on a minute. We need to replay that one. We need
just
to
gave it
replay
back.
that. I mean, that's what happened when you try and roll them dead weight. You just get that a tad offline, and they're never going in. So Acero's got out of jail there.
Hugh, do you know why it's good to be playing pool at 3 a.m.?
Why is that, Steve? You must be winning if you're still playing at 3 a.m.
Exactly. At least if you're playing at a tournament and it's 3 a.m., that means you're making money.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, is that well? It might not because it's dry. And look at where the 9 ball is. This is going to be a quick rack. 3-9 combo coming up.
I think he'll take a whack at it now, and it's not the easiest shot, but I think he's taking a whack at it right now.
I never even looked at where the 1 ball was, and he's going to have a go at it.
Yeah. Now the good thing about this is it's not that hard a shot.
Oh, look at that. Well, that was the way he was planning to do it, Steve. Just play it in off the 8 ball into the side and then thin cut in the 2 and then billiard the 9 in or something. You're going to have to come up with some magic here.
This is kind of tricky to get on the 3 ball from here. You can hit this and get to come back and go across, which he did. He didn't hit it.
He's going to be hooked here. Well, this is a worse scenario. You know, is he going to blast this? He's going to blast this. This is going to get hammered.
This ball does cut into the 9. You could cut the 3 straight in from here. Oh, he missed the whole ball.
Oh, hang on. Well, that's made life a wee bit more awkward. Is that going to spot next to the 7?
Yeah.
Well, I think he can get to it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it goes on the side. So the 8 ball's handy for it going on the side.
The smart thing to do now is bump the 9 out of the way. The smart thing to do, I would play it from the other side. I would have played it from the other side and brushed the 9 because you were going to get on the 4.
Well, now that you mention it, that could be a mistake.
It's not that you can't get to the 7, but it only goes in a couple pockets.
Yeah.
And I would have definitely preferred to just because where the 4 ball was sitting, as long as you made sure you didn't hook yourself with a 9 ball.
I think this could come back and bite him.
Have a shot. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of surprised he didn't try to move it. We'll see. I mean, he needs to get on the 6 the right way, or he can come down table to shoot the 7. Let's see where he decides to put the cue ball here. He's backing it up. Oh, now he's trying to see.
Well, that was a risky shot, wasn't it? But he's got the cut.
He had ball in hand on the 3. He could have moved the ball very simply. Instead, he ends up doing something like that. And that's what I'm saying. Acero isn't.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Ready to win one of these tournaments. And
this is no good.
Yeah, unless he's going to shoot the combo. I think he may try to play safe here, and it's a tricky little safety. I would actually maybe even take the.
Oh no, he's nailing a bank. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Again, he didn't flinch. He just lined it up and blew it away. That's perfect.
Getting out like this, and doing these kind of things where you're getting yourself out of line and getting funny, that's bound to cause things to end at some point.
That was almost a stub run out there, playing that draw to break those 2 balls, but he got away with it. And a ball went into the top right-hand corner, one into the side, and the 1 ball's going to be... Well, what's he doing here? Now, do you cut this back and try and use the rail in the 2 ball for the 1 ball to go in, or do you play something sensible? In fact, I think if he tries to do that, he's hampered right over the 2. This is dodgy.
I would play safe here. Just take the 1 ball hit just short of the side pocket and take it down to the other end. Maybe try to use the 6 ball.
The thing is, if he does that and leaves the 1 exposed off the rail in the shot,
yeah. I didn't like that shot just because it was so tough.
I think if he'd actually put that in the short rail up top, though, Steve, I think Matt would have banked that down onto the 2 anyway, if he'd a sniff at it. But
well, this is going to cost him at least 1 rack.
Well, he's got to stun across here.
He doesn't have to.
think-
He can go forward and just come out, widen it out. He chose the stun shot.
Commentator's eye. Now, is that tight? No, it isn't. Not really. He's fine. Have you seen Stubbs ranting and whinging on the tournament? No, I never read that anymore. It's because it's all just Stubb that's on it usually. I get that all on my phone. I mean, I had about 8 messages come in after that match the other night. Never read any of them. I just I just dragged them to the bottom of the screen and deleted them. Yeah, but he is due another fine. Don't forget that. He has to pay the price. He might have another one coming as well in his one-loss side match.
He's gotten fined. He got fined last time he did that.
So, Matt back to 2 behind, dry by the look of it. And acero again, look at the table. Find your way out. And this is a frustrating thing about 9-ball. Probably more frustrating than 9-ball because you Matt's sitting there knowing that unless acero has some sort of howler, he's out. So it's going to be how good he is on the 4 to get good on the 5. That's the one that's going to probably decide the rack. And he should be pretty good enough once he drops this 3 in, stays top side of the 4. Yeah, just drop down.
So this is his
he might bump the 8. He might bump the 8 here, will he? No, he's hit it soft.
When he gets simple tables, this is what this guy's really good at. He's usually not going to mess these up. You got to be a little careful here. You can find the corner pocket if you're not careful.
Cobra said Stubbs' favourite word at the moment is penis. Is that what he's typing in the tournament thing? Oh, dear. Yeah, I don't know what sort of... I don't know what a psychiatrist would make of Stubb if he actually got a proper session with him. I don't know whether they'd fathom him out at all. I think they would give up on him. I think he's a no-hope case.
And that
so
was
double figures.
Pretty good
standard run out.
So
watch the cue ball.
Biggest momentum killer in pool, scratch on the brake. So, here he goes. He's on a run. He's got up to 10-7 and wham.
Yeah, Matt's got trouble ahead, though. He's going to have to fight. Well, I mean, the 3 ball's good if you get good on it because you can get good on that 4, no problem, to play the combo.
Yeah, I mean, you can get on the 4, and the combo's not particularly difficult.
But do you want it, when you say get on the 4, you're not talking about get on the 4 to play it anywhere else other than the combo, though, aren't you?
Well, you could. I mean, but I'm not sure it makes sense to play anything other than a combo. The thing about where the 3 is that, you can shoot a stop shot up in the corner and probably be perfect. Or you could just do that.
Oh, do that, yeah. Just do that. That saves you any hassle. I'm too busy faffing around looking at the table and he plays the combo.
Scratch on the brake is brutal. And Matt's going to break dry. And he's been making balls every time.
The 1 ball's going to be in play again. And Matt's probably banging his head there at that, thinking how unlucky he is. He just can't get that follow-up.
He needs to get straight on this. I think I'll go forward with left English here. But he's going to have to spin this pretty hard. Nope, he's going back. Okay, he went straight across. Nice.
Yeah. Well, simple is always good.
Yeah, this is a little tricky here,
but it gets you there.
I would roll forward and leave angle back, just because you got to get up for the 4, and it's pretty natural. The cue ball goes between that 6 and 7.
Yeah,
see, I wouldn't have hit it like that. But, I mean, this is doable. But there's a lot of traffic you got to deal with. And
coming in the short side.
I mean, he knows how to move the cue ball. That's how you win straight pool championships.
Nice little angle out into the table for the 5. Don't leave it short. You don't want to be interfering with the 9 ball. That's the problem with that shot.
Yeah, but this shot, the biggest
You're gonna nip away.
the biggest issue is scratching in the side pocket. You gotta be a little careful about it. And that's good. Got past the side. So,
well, more things are working for him than aren't working for him. I have to say that.
well, I mean, he's a good player. I mean, he's figuring out how to get out.
Oh, and, look at this! Look at that! Look at Albinario stirring the pot. Look at Albinario stirring the pot. Oh dear.
Cobra, I agree.
My question is that match going to go ahead? Have you sent a proposal yet, Cobra?
I don't think it will. To be honest with you.
Do you think Stubbs going to actually show up? Is he going to mess you about with the schedule again? Now the 9 ball went in there, and something else went in, and that 5 and 7 are they doable?
Yeah, they're definitely doable.
Yeah. So this time it's acero with the little test to get his way out. Going to have to try and sneak past that 3 though. First of all, he's hit that too hard.
I gotta go check on something. I'll be right back.
He's hit that too hard. Yeah, I think Stubb has to face the inevitable. He has to either come out with a shock victory or just say forgot the match was on. Oh, watch this 1 ball. Look at this. Boom. There you go. Well, that's a bonus. Now, is he just going to play? He's going to run? He's trying to come back for the 3. Yeah, managed to miss it clean. So it's going to be a 5-7 combo, provided you can get there. Right, let's get up the other end. Well, I mean, I would like to be further down on it. Oh, there you go. I would have liked to have been further down on it. And that's got to hurt. That has got to hurt because now it's going to be 4 again. 5 goes in as well. That's fine because he's plumbing the 9. Well, that's a painful one. This could end up being costly if acero gets his brake working now at this time. 5 in the side. 1 ball is blocked off, I think. It most certainly is. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, I mean, he can get an edge on it, but I don't know whether he can. I think he might be able to get enough to blast this and cut it. He's spinning it, though, so I don't know whether he thinks he can get enough of it. Is it going to hold? No. That was tough. Well, here you go, Matt. Table is there for you. You've simply got to do it. And, well, the big shot here is definitely getting from the 2 to the 3. No doubt about that. 3's got nothing to hinder it. It's whether the cue ball's going to hit anything on its way up. And
okay, I'll be back. It looks like acero's getting further ahead.
If he's coming down on this side, he has to miss the 4, and he's brushed it to take a wee bit of pace off it, and that'll do it. Yeah, acero had barely an edge of the 1 ball behind the 7, and he tried to play the thin cut up to the top right-hand corner there, and this is the end result. Matt's got in, and much needed. Now he's in. Now he's in a heap of trouble here. This is another one he's going to have to dig out. Look where the 6 ball is. This is awkward. And he's just going to take his medicine. Bedhead cut it. And he's got to be on the 7. He's just got to let the cue ball do its thing and focus 100% on the pot. The cue ball's going to be good unless he catches the side pocket knuckle. And he's avoided that. Now, if he just rolls this in dead weight, he's got to be through the 8 into the other pocket. Well, in fact, he's rolled it through for the corner. But anyway, what matters is getting the job done, however you do it.
Yep, and he needs to stay close. I mean, you don't want to get too far behind in this thing. Been breaking good enough. I mean, it's just a matter of, is he going to get a shot? Yep. I mean, this is pretty good. You just got to get this cue ball to turn enough to come off the side rail and out to the middle of the table. And that's good enough. Oh, Stubb probably won't play the match. He's already been harping about we have to play the match from 10 ball, years ago or something. He's doing the typical Stubb stuff. I thought it was a 10 ball final. Was it a 9 ball final? Yeah, it was a final.
Am I muted? Oh, so I am. I didn't even realise that. I don't know when I did that. Oh, I tell you when I did it. When I was having a drink of water, I did it. And I forgot to unmute it. So Matt was unlucky. Got the balls in the break. 1 and 2 were tied up. But the end result from his effort there wasn't very good. It's let acero in again. Who's this spooky Mulder has left, has arrived, has left?
Let's see. So, Matt just cannot seem to
I just can't get
running.
The balls just aren't rolling good for him on the break. Even when he's getting a ball there, he didn't get a roll.
Oh boy, no, that was not hit good. That cue ball just died.
Yeah,
not
you don't want to be there.
This is anything horrible, but that just was not hit that good.
Well, he's going to have to go the 2 rails again, isn't he? He's left that a bit short as well. I would like to be steering that into the pocket.
That's why I'm tempted to make these tables play a little tougher, just because, when you do that, then, you could pay the price because all of a sudden the shot isn't as simple as it is now.
Welcome to Death Day. And anyway, anybody else who might have missed, there's plenty of silent people sitting watching the stream.
And there's no joy there.
Acero gets the same return here. 1 ball
he's got
dead.
An edge. You maybe even make a play on the 9 ball here. You got to edge of the one ball. I think you can make a play on the 9 ball and play safe. The one
you're
ball is just going to
overcutting
go
this,
back
yeah.
and forth.
One ball overcut to the short rail and back up here.
I'd probably make a play on a 9 ball.
Oh, he's went for the cross bank.
Yeah, and
but the
that's
end
not
result
a bad
is
idea
good.
Either.
Look at the 4 ball. I thought it was trying to block it off. Well, there's a thin edge, and you might be able to just bump that one to the rail into the back of these 2 balls and bring the cue ball down to the 9.
But see, you could possibly go for the 9 ball too here. Bank the 1 into the 4 ball. You know, you got cover with 8 ball in the pocket.
See, he's not playing. He wasn't playing with any spin there at all. He could be in trouble himself because you can sneak out between the 8 and 6 here, and tuck this 1 ball away.
This is a little tricky here playing this safety.
This is a feather
edge. Going to try to kill it. I think he will.
Feather edge touch.
This is a tough shot.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Well, apart from the fact the cue ball's just running to the open, I thought he had him there, but he's just tucked it out.
Well,
and
this shot's actually easier than the last one. I think he's got a pretty good chance. You run it behind the 2 ball, hit this easy. Yep, like that.
That's better.
Yeah, that one was sitting a lot better.
Now, in between the 6 and 8 is a shot here, isn't it? I mean, the angle's there to get there, and it's a big target. But the problem is the 1 ball won't go away; it'll be stopped by the 4 and 5.
Well, it depends how you hit it.
Or you can do that
and make them all.
And look at the 2 ball.
You know what?
Look at the 2 ball.
He may have been playing that 1 ball off those. I don't know if he was or not, but
either way, it looked good. And the 2 ball goes up table in play, nice angle to come down into that gap on the short side. He hasn't really quite got there.
That was a little weak. I probably would have brought that down on the other side of the 5 ball, you know.
Yeah, because I mean it comfortably goes past the 8. I don't know why he didn't.
I don't either. I think he was just trying to play the natural shape, but you know, then you bring the 6 in, and then you go, I don't want to get myself behind the 6, and then you end up here. That's, you know, the whole story to it. But and this isn't particularly great because you got to get on something the 6 or the carom or something. And
it's going to be the combo.
Looks like he's hit this really well.
That's absolutely plumbing. I mean, this is unmissable, this combo, as long as he just plays it nice and gentle. The 6 ball will stay handy, I would think. He's just got to play this dead weight for the 8 to drop in, and the 6 will stay there. Dead weight has to be. Well, now, dead weight, I think he was hoping he was going to come up good, and he's going to have to
simple bank.
Cross this over.
I mean, if you miss this, it's a dog. That's the easiest bank in the world.
Dead set. Well, he was hoping to get a wee bit lucky there with the 6 ball, and he did in the sense that he was left with that nice bank. And the gap's 4 again, and we're running out of racks here, Matt. It needs to happen for you. And a ball has gone in, and the 1 ball is in play, and the 3 ball, does it go past the 8? Well, I say the 1 ball's in play. It's not great, but that 3 ball...
He's going to shoot this 1. He's going to cut this 1 down table, and the 3 ball does go. This is really the key shot, that he get a shot on the 3. There's ways you can hook yourself here if you're not careful.
4 ball goes in the gap with the 6 and 7 as well, with the look of it. Yeah, plenty of room there.
He may be hitting the 4 ball right here.
He's avoiding it, but he hasn't got the line. But he might have hit it if he did have the line. That's the problem there. And he's let, of course, the 1 ball hangs over the side pocket.
So that hurt because he makes that and he wins the game, and instead he's going to lose the game. That was a 2-game swing on that shot. Yeah, I wonder. Let's see what the last time I find stub, how much it was. What happened there? Let's see.
Well, you won't have to look that far back, Steve, to find out. Meanwhile, Matt's in. And he's in and should be out. But I really feel now that these next 2-3 racks are going to decide this match in one way or another, because Matt's got to get it happening for him. He's got to get it, just a bit like Spectre Dawn. He's got to. That's the problem. Spectre Dawn got to the point where it had to happen, and this is pretty much the same situation, although not as dire as what Spectre Dawn was in. He was another 2 behind. He was still sitting in 8. But Matt needs it to kick in now. It just simply got to happen. He's running out of time. And the 8 ball goes in. And he's got a shot on the 1. And 2 balls up table. He's just got to avoid blocking himself here. He could overdo this and go right up the table and maybe have the 2 in the side. I mean, I don't know whether he wants to try and just play for the gap here to get to the 2, because the 6 balls sort of possibly could interfere with him. Got to get this right. And he's done everything to avoid the 6. And, well, he's got a shot. Now, if he goes forward and comes down the table again, 3 in the side, if he overhits it, 3 up to the same corner as the 2. And that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right on the money, that one. And he's left it short. I mean, he could overhit that a mile, even if he went to the rail and hit the rail and come up to there. He had much more comfortable shot in the 4. He's left that way short. I mean, this is what you don't want to be doing. You don't want to make your life more difficult. Okay, he gets the cut. He's guaranteed on the 5 anyway. Oh, I'm sure Steve could do that. I'm sure he could. But
do what?
But then how do you arrange? How do you? I mean, how does this? Could we do with Stubb being permanently muted? Really? He wants to make a fool of himself.
Let's see. So he's up to it's getting pretty big now. He's getting some pretty big fines. He's up to 3,000. Let's see.
And again, a ball has gone in, and 7 ball, is it going to block the pocket? Oh, it's tight, but the 1 is there, and the 1 has got most of the pocket. Now, 5 ball goes up past the 9. There's not any issue. And the only issue is the 3 ball, really. Is it going to be a 3-7 combo? Again, if you're going to take your medicine as it is, then it will be a 3-7 combo. Again, he's not ideal in this 2 ball.
Well, you know, he's not going to have much money left the way he's going.
Well, that's made his mind up. At least he's up the top of the table. So it's going to be 3-7. And it will be 4-9. But he's got to get really good on this 4-9. Unless he wants to play inside and play the billiard.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, the combination's always going to be more reliable than the billiard.
Well,
and this is not a gimme. I mean, he should make it, but it's a combo that can be missed.
If this 9 just catches the rail, it's not going in. It will just come straight off the rail and go at the short rail.
Yeah, if you overcut, it could even be rail first.
No, he's played it perfect.
So,
well, this is what Matt needs. It has to happen, and it's happening by the look of it. Commentators curse. And there was that pattern with the 3 balls. The 4 balls going in, something else is going in. He's got a cut in the 1. He's got a chance.
This is a little tricky getting on the 3 ball.
Well, he's got loads of room to get up and down, hasn't he? You just go straight up and down and cut it and play it in the side, don't you? I mean, where could this go wrong?
It shouldn't. You just got to get a little inside English on it so you miss the 6.
Well, see, he's looking around for problems. To me, you play the shot and let the cue ball do its thing. As long as you're bottom half of the table, you're guaranteed on that 3. Oh, he's going to go down the rail.
He decided to go the other way.
Yeah. Oh, well, again, that's the only thing he had to avoid was sort of coming shorter and bumping into the 9 and 5 and something funny happening there, but he played it right.
Well, that was kind of my first inclination of how to play it, was that way.
Now, this has to go.
That's a good shot. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Well, it's going to be... Well, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Now, it's going to be the long 7 ball into the corner, I think, unless he's going to start running the cue ball anywhere. Well, he's a slight cut. And perfect in the 8. So we are all square. Now it's the race to the finishing line. Now it's interesting. Now we have a match. And all you want to happen now is it just keeps going. But this, again, is a scenario exactly like the Spectre Dawn match for Acero. Acero can do nothing but sit and be patient. Where's this cue ball going? It's gone south. And that's what you don't want, the momentum killer. But the 3 and 7 are locked up. So Acero's in. He's got work ahead of him here to deal with this problem. In fact, first of all, I mean, he's going to roll straight up the rail, or is he going to play dirty here? Because he can go up for the 2, but the 3's no good.
Oh, no, you play dirty here. You play dirty here every time.
Yeah, you've got to lock him up. I mean, if he's going to try and brush through and split the 3 and 7 and keep running for the 2, this is crazy.
That is definitely crazy.
What's he doing?
Play the simple shot. He's going to lock him up. He's not going to do anything crazy.
Oh, I don't know why he's doing this.
Well, I think because he's a little afraid he's going to make the 1. That's the problem. But you can shoot off the rail. Now this is closer to what you want to do. What you really want to do is shoot that thing so the 1 goes forward off the rail, the cue ball hits the rail and comes over.
Is he?
This is what you want.
I don't know what he's doing.
You want to shoot it where you can hit the 1 ball into the rail. That's terrible. That's just not good touch. I think he might get away with it, but he's leaving a very easy kick, and it's a kick that he could lose this game on, because that's looking pretty good to make a 1-9.
He could have played that better. I mean, with the ball in hand, you've got to play that better.
Yeah. Well, Matt's going to take a whack at this.
Yeah, this 1-9 is fairly set if he gives it a smack.
I think he was trying to do too much there, because he's trying to get the 3 separated and hook them, and it just.
Well, the ones.
And he really didn't get the 3 separate that well. I mean, he's going to have to shoot a combo or play safe. So I think he'll go between the 6 and 8. Yeah.
Don't go at the rail, though. Don't go at the rail. That's limited now.
But
now, see if he was out into the table there, Steve. Would you have taken any sort of risk to try and slam that 2 in and stun off the rail and come down here and get a bump?
No, I wouldn't. I'd either play for safe on the combo, or I'd play to play safe.
Right.
So this is a pretty easy safety. All he's got to do is stop the ball.
Yeah, he's got to kill this stone dead.
Just a stop shot. I mean, you can't get much easier than this.
And if it's off the
And that's
rail,
pretty good.
that prevents the kick if he can get to the rail to try and kick it. But I think he's actually pretty much nailed that side.
Yeah, that's a pretty good safety. So,
Oh, that is a toughie because he's stuck on it pretty much, and he's got to go all around the houses to get to this 3-ball. And if you're going to go that side, you're going to have to juice this up with loads of spin to try and get some action.
One thing you could do is roll the 4-ball up so that it's not an easy combo, and try to roll the 4 in between the 6 and the 9.
That might have been better to actually try and lock something up there.
Yeah, then the guy's got to at least try to move something.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you can play position for this combination, which is pretty damn easy if you get good on it. And he may just try to run out. The run out's not tough either. It's just like where the 6 is and stuff. I mean, I would have considered playing the combination.
No.
The 6 ball's a little tricky to get to also.
He's trying to run off these to play the 5 back into this corner that we're sitting at. I think that's what he's trying to do here, and he hasn't really played it well.
Well, he's okay. I mean,
well, this is not great.
It's not a gimme, that's for sure.
He's got to keep thinking about the cue ball here as well, back into the table. I don't think he's never hit it that soft. He's going to be hooked behind the 9. He's going to be in the table.
Well,
but he's there. Don't be hampered by the 7, though. This is what you don't want.
Yeah. I would have seriously thought about shooting the 3 and playing for the 4-9 combo.
The combo, yeah.
Just because there's enough problems on the table.
And you see what he's ended up doing. I mean, that's how easy it is to get yourself in trouble, no matter how good you are.
Well,
he's got away with it, though.
Well, he could cut this in. This does cut.
No, that's never cut. And he's playing the bank. No, he's not. He's trying to get cover. And he's got it.
Let's see what he decides to do here. This is a little tricky. I don't think he can get behind this enough to stick it. So this is... Oh, he did. But he couldn't hit it. He couldn't hit it hard enough.
Hang on a minute, Steve. I think he can pot this. I think he can pot it.
I do too. I think he can shoot it too.
He can get it. Yeah.
I mean, it was a nifty little shot he tried. Oh.
Well, maybe he should have looked at that twice. I'm pretty certain he could get it. Even if he just tweaked it a tiny tad, I think he could have got it.
Yeah, and maybe that's what he needed to do. I don't know.
Well, it's now getting a wee bit tense. And he's going to be on top of the 8 as well, is he? Oh, dear. Or maybe not. I think he's not so bad this time. Yeah, I was talking there about the situation that acero was in with Spectre Dawn. It's exactly the same now. It's who's going to hold her nerve to the finish line. Exactly the same scenario. And don't forget that 6 ball or whatever. I think it was the 6 ball that was there, and there was another ball that was there, and Spectre Dawn rolled the 6 ball, but he actually caught maybe the 7 ball or whatever one it was and scratched, and that was the fatal error that Spectre Dawn done exactly when you don't want to do it, right at the business end of the match. So let's see if everybody holds himself together. This sounds dry to me. The 8 ball looked in the pocket, it didn't go, and it's going to have to be a 1-6 to get started here for Matt. But if he does get it, it's going to be a 3-8 combo as well.
This is well, let's see whether he plays this. Whether he can just dink this. He may just try to dink it. It's a little tough dinking it to get positioned. He decides to hit it harder.
And the cue balls come across, and that'll do nicely.
Very well
very
done.
nice. Now, do you want to do anything that's going to interfere with this 7 ball? Because looking at the 1, he's got an angle. In fact, he's not got much to work with here, but yeah, he's done the right thing. Take your medicine, just leave yourself a shot on it at distance. You're guaranteed you should see the 3. You could play the billiard off the 3 onto the 8 if he plays it gentle enough if he needs to. let's see whether he play. Let me have a look how.
Shoot a
How's
combo
that
here.
sitting?
You're always going to shoot a combo in this situation.
Well, I think if you look at that, it's easy enough to play the billiard and the 3 stays there. You play the 3 in the other corner.
But this is easier.
He is playing it. Right, well, 15 apiece, is it? We're going to the wire this time.
It's looking that way. It's looking like this is going to be right down to it. And like Alvin said, acero keeps beating people. And these guys have both made some mistakes this match. There's been some good play and some questionable play.
Yes, thank you to Professor Dabs for giving us a follow. You're welcome. We've got more matches coming over the weekend in this Virtual World Championship, and we'll check that at the end of this match. There is a schedule of matches on. There's 2 matches are going to clash Sunday night, so hopefully Slim's going to be around to get one of them. We'll have a look at them in a minute or two. But we're 15 all in this race to 19. Couple of balls have got in for Matt.
And he's got a shot.
Yeah,
and everything is wonderful.
Well, he's the wrong angle on the one for a start. But he's now. What do you do with this, Steve? Do you try and get really cute and start checking this up big time, or do you do a bit of yes, juicing it up?
I would check it up, and the reason why I checked that shot up is because of the 5 and 9. I mean, you could go around the table, but those balls present problems.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all down to nerve now at this stage. He's got a table he knows he should be out on. It's all about just keeping it under control, and he's going to finish. Well, there we go. There's a famous commentator curse. If ever you've seen one.
Oh man,
look at this for a miss.
Oh man,
but more importantly, look at the cue ball. The cue ball's nowhere near good on that 5 ball.
Yeah, you really got on there.
Where's this one going? That's going to be good.
Shot there.
Yeah, very well played.
Yeah, well done.
Well, Matt blinked. It has to be said. Matt blinked. And that will give all the encouragement Acero needs. Acero's working out that if you get these guys down to the business end of the match, let's see who can hold it together. And twice we've seen it. Spectre Dawn blinked. And Matt's done it there. And is there another twist to come?
Interesting that he came down this way.
Well, this is a little dig in and jab across, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to hit this one good.
Oh, and dear. There we go.
See, what happens there is he's trying not to hit it too hard so he can get it to really pull back. And and the cue ball turned over. Didn't turn over, but it curved because it started slowing down. And then you miss it short.
Squeaky bum time.
I was just surprised with the 7 ball that he came back. Why not just go forward a little and shoot the 8 ball down table and follow down? Just leave yourself a little angle so you can come out.
Well, Matt is going to he's going to breathe a sigh of relief here now. How tight's that 9 ball?
It's not bad.
It's fine. He's fine. He's never missing this. The only thing he'll do stupid here is hit this too hard and scratch somewhere in the bottom right-hand corner, but that's not going to happen. Well, that could be the one that switches it back to Matt now, because he's now in the lead. And it could be all over if he gets it working again.
There were 2 gulps there. They're both gulps.
Yeah, 2 blinks. And 6 ball is gone. And he's going to have a shot in the 1. And he's going to be out into the table for the 2. He doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Just let this roll out. Or will it go?
This one, it'll go, but it's tight. It's going to probably hit the long rail first. I'm not sure he can stun it and make it. I think he does.
Oh no! Wait a minute. This is definitely dodgy.
Yeah, no, it goes. It's just you're probably going to be hitting the long rail first.
He's got to hit this soft though, and will he get out for the 2?
I'll tell you, in this situation, most pros are going to play safe. Most pros won't shoot at this because it's just too risky.
That's too much cheating. Too much cheating in the pocket. And, of course, he's left it on.
Yeah,
Now, what does acero do? Does acero use the 4 here? I don't know that the 4's close enough to use it. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Because the 4 ball's sitting dodgy.
Yeah, it's too far away.
Well, I think there's some twists and turns to come in this rack yet. Now, is that spinning out? It's spinning out, but is it any good, though? Oh, hang on.
I think you'll see a safety here.
Yeah, he's got to nail him here. Got to nail him. He's bumped to 7. See, that even that little bump has left it easy enough to hit the 2. That's the problem with that shot.
Yeah.
If he had it nailed again, it would have been a lot tougher.
Yeah,
But Matt, I think
it's tricky getting them nailed. I mean, it's not a bad safety. It's just not as good as it could be. So this is a pretty easy hit. Let's see if he can kick safe.
He could catch the edge and cut this into the bottom left-hand corner. Anything can happen here.
Yeah, but this is not the kind of thing that you're going to want to. What you'd really like to do is hit it pretty solid and have the cue ball sit there and have the cue ball come around the table and maybe use the 7 and 11.
This is over the side. No, the cue ball's good.
You know what?
Is it?
He just didn't hit that hard enough.
Oh, I think he's okay. Is he?
He can cut this. Actually, he may be able to shoot this on the side.
I think he can. Yeah. He's just going to have to roll it dead weight and stay there and leave the cut in the 3. He's put a wee bit on it.
A little English on it, which I'm not sure is smart to do.
I think he's convinced himself. He's trying to convince himself he can get to it good. I think he can, but he's tweaking this.
I don't like that.
It goes in off the jaw, but he's fine.
Well, because you can scratch. See, if you curve the cue ball a little bit, you can end up following that 2 ball straight in.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
We all know where the lifeline is here. This 4 ball is no good where it's sitting.
He can make that 4. I mean, it's tough, but he can make it.
I mean, you think he's going to roll this dead weight and try and hold there? Yes, he is. He's going to have to play the cut. Well, this is still tough because you've got to get in the 5.
I'll tell you the good thing about this, though, is because he's going to hit this with speed. Well, he's going to come off the tit here, probably. He may be shooting a 5 in the same pocket. It may bounce back the direction he's shooting it. Yeah.
Oh,
well, he didn't make it.
Well, this could be the make or break. Matt's got the lead. He could be 2 in front.
The interesting thing here is it's kind of situational. You know, acero made a mistake last rack. Then this rack is tough, and it's like, well, who's going to screw up? And these kind of situations, you got to play the shots that you know that you can be successful with. Like that 4 ball, that was a very tough shot. Even if you made it, it was tough to get position. So
just stop the cue ball.
Why are you shooting at it? I mean, you got to make sure now. You can't just, I hope this works out.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's like, I hope I don't lose. And then that's what ends up happening. Everybody's going to get tough situations. And they're going to come up for everybody in this tournament. And the question is how you're going to handle them.
Now, Matt wants to stun this in to play the 8 in the side, I think. I think, but he's just rolling it. Yeah. Now, what angles he got here?
He's going to be on the hill. He's just going to roll forward.
Well, acero might have made his last mistake with that last miss that he had. Matt breaking 4. No, he isn't, is he? He's in 17. He needs another 2.
I think that rack was just too hard to try to run out.
He's not in the hill yet, but he's 2 in front.
Oh, he's 2. That's right. He needs.
And he's dry.
Oh boy.
And the 1 ball is on.
This is what you call last chance saloon?
Well, not quite yet. Biggest problem is how he finishes in the 2. Now, the angle he's got in the 1, he's going to have to go higher than on that 2, though, is he? Is he high enough? He's perfect. He's perfect in the sense that he can get to the 3. How he gets to it's a different matter, though. Does he? I mean, I don't know if he's got enough angle to even play a stun past the 7 and 6. No, he's too straight, I think. This is tricky. He's going to leave the bedhead cut. They're all at it. I blame bedhead for this. This is a squeaky bum shot, this. All out for it. And he's decided to try and bank it, and he's nailed it. Didn't blink. And a nice little stunny draw shot. Very nice to look at. Now again, the cue balls want to run away. Does he run forward and just leave it like that? Keep it simple? Yes, he does. Now, I mean, now the break is so important when we've just got a handful of racks left. Well, this will be the biggest break of the match for Acero, trying to get back on par. Yes, you're to blame, bedhead, because these guys are all seeing you cutting these bedhead cuts. But Acero didn't. He played the bank, and he's got a ball. Three balls going in.
Is he going to have a shot? No. He's not going to have a shot.
Now,
well,
I mean, you can't just roll down onto the one here. I mean, this is no good doing this. He's trying to get an edge. He's got the edge, but
he's left it.
If Matt, I mean, this is so tough to get, so soft.
You hit this with right English. It's not that hard to get it soft.
And if you hit it too good, you might bring it into play. Nice. Yeah. I mean,
so he may try to kick this in. This is a pretty easy kick. You got to hit the.
Would it not be easier if you were? Would it not be easier if you were further out into the table, though? You know, something like there. You know, where the donut is, so that you can get there and kick it and try and combo the two. He's going the other way. No, that won't work. Wasn't much room.
I mean, well, you could have kicked from the other long rail and tried to play safe, which might have been it's an easier shot not to foul, but it's not an easy safety. But it wasn't terribly difficult either. I mean, I probably would have kicked off the other rail and tried to kick safe.
I would have thought Matt would have got himself a bit further out into the table to leave himself a better angle. He's having to work the cue ball a bit more. That needs to bounce, and it's just checked and died. It's checked and died.
This is just a little dink. Little low left dinker.
Oh, you don't like these at this time of the match, though. That's why he's a mile away from it.
Not if you hit him like that. From it. That wasn't even close.
I mean, that was short rail every day of the week.
Yeah, Alvin says the other way was better. Yeah, I like the other way too. Just play the safety.
Well, what does Acero do? Is he just going to dink here, or is he going to go grab the bull by the horns and play the bank? No, he's trying to get cover, and he's leaked out. Steve, and that's a cut up the rail.
That safety was tough too. You're better off playing the bank than shooting that safety. I mean, you're better off trying to take the 4-ball, put on the end rail, and taking the cue ball up table. I mean, that was a safe where if you did not
hang on a minute,
snooker, you were going to sell out. Yeah, look at this. More fun.
Oh,
this isn't too bad because
it's just got to
hit it hard enough.
Just pot it in hard enough as long as you're bottom half of the table. Oh dear, there you go. Everything's happening.
This is like crazy.
Everything's happening.
There's some crazy stuff going on here.
And we are going to be all square.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Just drop it through.
There's some stuff going on here.
No, he's not dropping it through. He's coming out to take it in the side.
Yeah, he's fine. He's going to go down table.
Right, anyway, who's winning this now, folks? Just toss a coin.
don't try to get too good. Yeah, he goes that way. Okay.
Well, somebody's going to be in the hill in a minute. That's one thing I know for sure.
Well, this is a super important game because getting on the hill first in these situations is guy that gets on the hills first is probably winning.
Oh, 6 ball.
At least 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the time.
Oh, no, I think he's okay.
No, he's got a shot.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 balls handy, 3 balls there.
Yeah, he can just
angle
roll
in the 3 for the 4. Oh, he's just froze that 4 ball to the rail. He's froze it to the rail. He needs to watch that. That's rock solid, that 4 ball.
Yeah, he certainly has. I think it is. And this is where you want to go between the 4 ball and the side pocket because you want to try to get straight on this 4 ball.
Yeah, he needs to get really good in this because
You
if
do
he's
not
cutting
want to
this,
leave angle, and you don't want to go on the side pocket. Okay, that's pretty good. So this kind of shot, he's probably okay here. I like hitting these with more speed myself.
Yeah, he's hit it.
Yep.
He's hit it.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, he hit that one. Plenty of speed.
Now, you can stun up for the 7 into the other corner, but he's checking this up to come out and around. He needs to get there, though. That's too fancy for me, and it's dodgy. I didn't like that.
Yeah, but this is really natural. Just come just past the side pocket to the side rail.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want it. You don't want these at this time, Steve. You don't want these. That's beautiful, though. That is beautiful. That's a lovely shot.
Well,
considering the circumstances we're in, that's a great shot.
You'd rather have something you can't miss.
Oh yeah, I want to be staring on it.
Well, acero's kind of a go for it player, and he's hitting shots with confidence, and you got to admire that. I mean,
well, what final twists have we got in this match?
Just got a ball.
There's the 2 ball going. The 1 ball's in play. Q ball's in play. It's all over, folks.
Oh, I would say that.
I'm saying it. Oh, well, Acero is he's not going to mess this up. He's done too good in his last couple of matches. He's not going to mess this up.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, he's got to get in the 3. I take it all back. He's got to go up for the 3.
Yep.
Watch the side pocket if he's digging in here. Yeah. Big time. But again, that's a controlled, stunny draw shot. That, again, beautifully executed. Where's it going to go wrong?
That's not the question you want to ask at this point.
Well, I'm looking at the table. Where's it going to go wrong?
Hey, it's squeaky bum time.
It can't go wrong. It can't go wrong. I mean, all you do is just don't leave yourself short in the 7.
But where he's putting the cue ball, he's giving himself easy shots, easy position for the next ball. That's what you want to do in this situation. Is everything should be easy.
Well, what odds is Acero winning this tournament?
Well, as Albin had stated before, Acero keeps beating guys.
Yep. I mean, again, another solid performance by Acero. I mean, and a deserved win in the end.
You got to give it to the guy. That was a tough match to win, and he did it.
And considering the time it is for him as well, I mean, that's a great result again. And again, look at who he's taking out. Look at the scalps that he's taken out in this tournament. Let's have a look. So Acero, he's taken out Matt. He's taken out Spectre Dawn.
Click on his name. Click on Acero's name.
He's taken out Bedhead.
Click on Acero's name.
Click on his name.
No, back where you were. On any bracket, just click on his name. See, then it shows you his route.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like doing that. But anyway, he got a bye in the first round.
Bedhead, Spectre Dawn, and now Matt.
And he's waiting on the winner. Well, in fact, he's got quite a wait now when we look at it because we've got the slim match tomorrow with Coldest Pillow. The winner of that will play Albinario, and then the winner of that will play Acero. So getting back to the schedule, folks, before we finish, we have Larry and Demon tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I should be around for that. Bill and Larry is at 8 p.m. now. I'm hoping Slim is around for that. And then Slim has his own match with Cold as Pillow on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Again, I'll be coming home from work at that time. Slim will be streaming it. We've also got LS3 Bedhead on Sunday evening at 7:30. And this is where we have a clash. So we've got Interchange X and Spectre Dawn at the same time on Sunday evening. So again, it's all a question of whether Slim's going to be around. I would like to do the LS3 Bedhead match. That means I get to bed earlier. And then Interchange X and Spectre Dawn on the one loss side at 7:30 as well. So that would be my ideal scenario. So we've got great matches coming up. And none sooner than Larry and Demon tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And then there'll be very few matches left on the schedule. So I think if we were all betting men and we had a bet on this tournament now, I think if you look at Acero, what would his odds have been at the beginning of the tournament? Pretty long, I would suggest.
But yeah, I mean, he's played well. I mean,
yeah,
he's
shot by a mile.
Well, he's fought in every match. I mean, he hasn't played that clean. He's going to need to play better if he's going to win this.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the mistakes, they're coming either side. He's been good enough to go over the line in these matches when it mattered. And again, he knows himself it ain't going to get any easier as it goes on. He knows he's going to have a tough match next round, but why should he worry? I mean, he's had 3 tough matches and he's dealt with them. He's got the momentum.
You play and you hope you play well.
Well, that's it for tonight, folks. I don't know what. Let me have a look and see what's happening Friday night 9 ball, because I've got no idea who's in this.
Yeah, I gotta go, but thanks for the stream, Hugh.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Steve. Thanks to everybody else as well. We'll see you again soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Anybody else that's around can join us at the time. I don't know whether you'll be there, Steve, but anyway, whenever.
It's a maybe.
Let us know.
Maybe. All right. Good night, guys.
See you later. Right, so Friday night 9 ball is on Slim's Twitch channel, and Spectre Dawn is up against Quagmire in the hot seat match to see who gets in the final. And there's One Pocket Slim's waiting on the one loss side to play the winner of Spooky Mulder and Pool Profession. That's the guy that was in the stream the other day. He was in Shooter's Pool and he's over here now. And then you've got Larry and LS3 playing at the moment. So nip over to Slim's Twitch channel, give him some company. I'm off for a coffee. So once again, well done to Acero. Well done to Matt, because he made it a match. He got himself back in it just like Spectre Dawn, but it was nervy at the end. It always is at that stage, but Acero was just that wee bit better and got over the line. So good luck to him in his endeavours in the rest of the tournament. I look forward to seeing them. Right. Thank you all for your company, folks. Do hit a like before you bail out. Try and help us. It doesn't take you long to do it. Just hit that like button. You can also hit the bell just for alerts. Bear in mind, your alerts would include Eurotruck, which nobody's interested in, but I am. But whenever I go live, you will get an alert on your phone or whatever. Right. We're off, folks. Good night, and we'll see you again maybe tomorrow. See you later.